to be humble, but today I just woke up feeling good. Just know that if something makes you feel uncomfortable, I am not meant to talk myself out of being uncomfortable. I want to believe that people have a good mind, have good intent, and not just automatically judge people by their appearance.
I just don't wanna leave you. Might just throw away the reasons why we both can't play here.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. It's your girl B and I'm back with another video. Hey y'all, hey. So this video is going to be another video in my how to become a better person through Jesus Christ video. And yeah, let me first start off by saying that anything I say on this channel is not like the goals or the way or the right way or the only way to, you know, become a better person through Jesus Christ. I'm just telling you things that I've been through during this journey that I faced and that I was able to overcome actually just by speaking directly to God. Like, there's no one else who helped me. There's no one who, let me take that back. There have been plenty of people who has helped me in this journey. What I'm saying is that there was no set of rules that anyone could give me to follow that has helped me in this journey. So anything that I say here is my experience, but first and foremost, I always urge you to go to God first. He will point you in any direction that you may need. I'm just here to share what I've gone through, what I've received from him, and the answers that he has been so gracious in sharing to me. And I'm just hoping that I could kind of connect with you all in a manner where it's like you may have thought about this, or you may have faced the same difficulties that I faced in this journey, and you kind of just want to, you know that it's okay, know that it's not just you, know that anyone who embarks on this walk can experience this. And then also you may have your own separate experiences where I definitely, you know, share in the comments if you want to. I would love to, you know, just kind of connect with you guys in that way. So yeah, I just really wanted to say that because I don't want, I mean, the title can kind of be misleading, how to become, but it's just a guidance, and not even really a guidance, it's just my outlet. So one of the things you can do to kind of test your knowledge and your growth is try to, you know, share your experiences with other people. So that's just what I'm doing here on this channel. So yeah, I just had to let that out. Secondly, your girl is feeling herself today. Like, I don't know what it is. And you know, God calls us to be humble, but today I just woke up feeling good. Getting ready for church just felt good. I see my mom. Shout out to my mom because my mom was like, you look good. I was like, you see me? All right, that's enough gas in my head up. So in this installment of how to be a better person through Jesus Christ, I kind of want to talk about something that I have been going back and forth with. And I think this more talks to feeling safe within my spirituality, feeling safe around others, loving others, but also setting boundaries. And I talked about boundaries before, but that was more in terms with people in my circle or who I previously, you know, used to hang out with and things like that. But when I say create boundaries today, I'm talking about dealing with people you don't know, dealing with people of the world. And y'all, let me take it back for y'all. So Friday, which was just 2 days ago, Friday I went out to dinner with a friend. So I'm on the train heading there, and this guy, he's clearly like, you know, dealing with some battles right now. And he's walking through the train and he's, you know, stopping in front of people. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's probably just asking for change, but like, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it. But then he's like real close, like on the train, like he walked past me like this. And I'm like, all right. So I backed up. And let me start by saying, when I see these people on the train, I hate the way it sounds when I say these people. When I see people who are obviously troubled and going through something and fighting something internally, I try not to be that person that turns their nose up. it be hard. Sometimes I have to check myself. But like, you know, a person who comes on a train and they, you know, they have a heavy odor to them, I try to humble myself because that could be anyone. A person who's, you know, begging for change and things like that. Anytime I'm in those situations, I kind of talk to myself or talk myself out of acting reactionary, like acting like, oh my gosh, annoying, and not trying to, like, I don't know, like assume that they're going to ask for money, or assume that they're going to attack someone, or assume that, you know, that they're just going to do anything. Like, I try to give that just because a person is in a unfortunate situation does not mean that they're automatically out to harm me. And yeah, that might be noble and sound all good and, you know, sound like the perfect Christian, but no, it was literally on Friday when I was like, no, Brianna, your safety comes first. So this guy, he comes like this and he passes me like this close to my face. So he passes me, and then he walks away. Then he comes back and stands right in front of me. Boy pulls out a crack pipe and a lighter. I've never seen one in my life in person. Movies, yeah. You know, shows, yeah. But in person to see, and it was, y'all, when I tell you I was appalled. And like, you see him like reach, the thing was that he would reach for it. And I was just like, what the? So in that moment, I was like, this dude is too close. And I was like, nah. And I gave him like the only stank look, like, back the heck away from me. And after that, like, I couldn't shake that moment in my mind. I'm like, that person was too close for comfort. So that scenario kind of set the tone for the night. Like, when I met up with my friend, it was great, dinner was great, but it was like the transportation back and forth, and just like I had anxiety because I'm like, people could just walk up to you, walk up on you, you don't know what they're gonna do. So okay, that was a long spiel and I'm really, really sorry, but it kind of helped me get to this today. So basically what I learned was I need to set boundaries. I know that I don't want to offend people. I don't want to make people feel bad. And in this journey of getting to know God, or even before this journey, honestly, I was always a person who, you know, if a homeless person talks to me, I'm automatically talking back. If I'm walking somewhere and someone's like, hey, da da da, out of your mind, and well, you can't really tell someone's out of your mind, but if I know that you're having hard times, like I could see, you know, you look like someone, I'm not gonna automatically be an a-hole to you. But and let me say that my friends used to be like, yeah, don't talk to people, don't entertain them, da 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 da, whatever. And I'm just like, no, they're people, you know, they have feelings and they're not automatically out to harm us. I don't know that. So I was like, okay, I need to operate in a place where I am showing love to someone, or not even showing, because I don't have to show it. I am in a place where I can have love for someone. I can be compassionate to someone's situation. I can wish the best for them, but I don't necessarily have to talk to them. I don't have to be around them. I don't have to force myself to feel comfortable in places that I shouldn't. And one of the things that makes me feel like, oh, I'm supposed to, is because Jesus did. I need to realize that Jesus is Jesus. Jesus is one of a kind. There is no one on this earth like Jesus. So I am not meant to try to be like him. So I don't need to be around people who can put me in danger, or could physically harm me. So that was one of the things that I realized. Sorry y'all, I don't know where I left off, but the gist of it was I have to set boundaries, and I'm not Jesus. That's where I left off. We are not Jesus. So although Jesus was able to be among different groups of people who sin in different ways, who, you know, had people who had like illnesses, especially mentally, he was able to deal with them. Me, I can't. I cannot. But that does not mean I can't love you. That means that I can't pray for you. That means I can't, that doesn't mean that I can't be gracious towards you, and things like that. And like, I'm a person that I used to tell my mom, like, she'd be like, oh, be careful because, you know, X, Y, and Z could happen to you. And I used to be like, if it's God's plan, it's God's plan, which is very ignorant. Yeah, like my mom watches the news, and you guys have all seen how there are instances on a train where people are assaulted, and my mom's like, be cautious of your surroundings, don't wear your headphones. And I'm like, Mommy, honestly, if it's in God's will, it's in God's will. And like I said, that's just an ignorant mindset, because just because God kind of, you know, is guiding us in this life does not mean that it's like, all right, throw caution to the wind, put myself in every predicament, he'll save me. Like, nah, that's not how that works. So yeah, that Friday situation just kind of put that into full perspective for me. Like, to be a person of Christ does not mean that you have to put yourself out there in front of everyone and possibly putting yourself in harm. If you are a person who likes to go out and, you know, speak with people, meet with people, help people, random people in the street, that's great. But in doing that, you also have to be safe. Know your surroundings. Never go alone. And things like that. So, yeah. When I was thinking about this, I was like, well, how can I relate this back to the Bible? So, I think the best example in the Bible of this to me is 1 Samuel, where David was a huge supporter of Saul. He, you know, he knew he was going to be king someday, but until that day, he was definitely Saul's servant. He looked up to him. He treated him as his king. He knew he wasn't greater than the king first anointed by God. And that's perfect, because, you know, he did things in honor of Saul. So he, you know, killed thousands and thousands of men for the sake of his king. However, his king, you know, didn't really... Saul was basically really trying to kill David. And it's like, David seen it. Like, David was like, I love this man. I honor him as my king, but he's out to get me. So then David was like, all right, I gotta get out of here. And he went on the run. So I hope you guys are getting the connection where it's like, you want to be a person who loves your neighbor, and want to wish great on your neighbors, but they could have some type of ill intent towards you, and your heart could be the purest, but because your heart is the purest does not mean that they're going to receive it in that way. So like I said, David went on the run, went in hiding, things of that nature. But the entire time that he was in hiding, he still showed so much love and so much grace to the king. He didn't allow the situation to turn his heart, turn him to hate him, turn him to want to kill his king. And I think the funniest part was when they was in the cave, Saul and, you know, his servants were in the cave and they were sleeping, and David and his mans, you know, seen him, and he went in there and he like tore a piece of his cloth and took it with him. And he did that to show Saul, like, my guy, you trying to get at me, and I want you to know that you're not untouchable. I could get at you too, but I choose not to. And I'm like, that's so freaking boss, because it's like, sometimes you want to, or you feel like you gotta approach the world as a, you're my enemy, I gotta get you before you get me. And in all honesty, you don't. You can still show love, but you still got, you can't be ignorant to the fact that people out there are going to harm you no matter how good you choose to be. And that's because no matter how good you choose to be, their mind isn't wired the same way that your mind is. Their mind isn't wired to see what you're doing as something that is done from a good place. They're seeing it as you being strategic to do something else. So yeah, I just feel like that's what really spoke out to me, and that wasn't even in any of the texts I was reading this week. But I'm getting better with the Bible, so I love the fact that I can, you know, God just puts things into perspective, and it's good to always have it in your back of your mind when you need it. So yeah, but basically I hope you guys get the message of what I'm trying to say, where it's like, I want to treat people as people. I want to believe that people have a good mind, have good intent, and not just automatically judge people by their appearance or their situation. And in the perfect world, that would be great. But in this world, that's not how that goes. So yes, I love to pray for people. I love to smile at people. I like to be that joy to people's life, where it's like, if you say hi to me, I'm gonna say hi to you. Or even if you don't say hi to me, if you make eye contact with me, I'm gonna say, hey, good morning, and things like that. But not everyone receives it in such a manner. Like, people are unhinged and they will attack you. So knowing that, I just came to the conclusion, like, Brianna, pull back, read the room, read the situation, and just know that if something makes you feel uncomfortable, I am not meant to talk myself out of being uncomfortable. Like, I'll be like, Brianna, you're overreacting, relax, it's not a big deal. Like, my senses go off, high alert, move to the side, dip and dodge, move to another train car, get off the train, wait for the next one. Like, always just do something that kind of keeps you safe, basically. So the message for today, to be a better person in Christ, is to set boundaries even when dealing with the people of this world, because wanting to be a good person and wanting to be a person that loves your neighbors like we love ourselves, which is great. Yes, we can do that, but that doesn't mean we're always in servitude mode, especially when there's a high chance that they're not looking to receive how we're trying to bless them. They are looking to kill, to attack, to harm. So yeah, in those moments, just pray for people like that from a distance and wish them all the best. But yeah, that was pretty scary. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Sorry if it was a little long today. It was kind of like a whole story to go with today's message. But like I said, I hope it helps someone. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just say I hope you all have a blessed week. I hope that you receive God's love. I hope you go out there and make a change in someone else's life. I hope that you are called to serve people, called to, just be a great person. But remember to do it in a safe way and pay attention to your surroundings. And if anything feels uncomfortable or you feel like you're in a dangerous situation, don't talk yourself out of it. Get out of there. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. I love you all and have a great week. Bye.
'Cause all I wanna do